like to invite the XPLOR residents of the St. Louis Explorer House to come forward. You all have just completed 10 months of service, learning, spiritual and professional development. Will you share with us a few statements? What has the XPLOR experience meant to you? What will you take away? Or what is a memorable joy from these past few months?
What that meant to me, the first word that popped into my mind, and it was kind of like the anthem of orientation week, was brave space. And brave space was described as that place where, you may not be sure about something, but you're brave enough to pursue or to express whatever that is. And it was in this program, and it was with these people that not only challenged me to be open and honest within this brave space, but it was the first time that my openness and my honesty, I felt like it was welcomed with open arms in a way that I had never been able to comfortably express before. I actually felt safe being in that brave space. And so that kind of opened up the way for this journey of honesty and openness and courage in all areas of my life. As far as one of the many things that I'll take away is living an intentional community. When you think, living in community, you're like, oh, I'm with all these people, I'm with people, that's community. There's a lot more to living in community than you anticipate. And I learned that sometimes the hard way, sometimes it just happened in the most beautiful of ways. And you've had to grow and be more considerate in ways that you've never realized before. And so being more intentional, not just in living in community, but with all of my relationships within my life, is something that this program has taught me. And this whole experience just completely reduces down to nothing but joy in my life. So that's what that's been for me.
We need to have you identify yourself and tell us where you are from and your student status. I'm not sure where you are in your life journey here.
Okay, my name is Rachel Wentworth. I come from Kewanee, Illinois, and I have graduated from Eureka College.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is William Jackson. I'm from New London, Missouri, and if you're not familiar with New London, most of you are familiar with Hannibal, Missouri. I do reside there as well. I am a senior music education major at Culver Stockton College. 4 years, I have a semester left, and praise be to God, it'll be done in December. What XPLOR has been for me has been also in the relationship to one of the hashtags of NBA, and that is called to care. I think about one of our pillars that talks about social justice and hands-on work. And I had said this before, but it was a time for me to finally get in touch with my black side. I grew up in the country area, and so I was one of 3 in my graduating class that was of color. And this was just not something that, it was there, but it wasn't expressed, nor could I dig into as much. And when I moved here, there were opportunities to go out, step out, get a little uncomfortable, and educate myself. And the further I've gotten along, I've also realized that I have a passion now for, of course, working with students, especially working with inner city students, and working with literacy, but also working with seniors, because I work with the senior community that is with the affordable housing units here in St. Louis. And that has been a matter of working with the church and talking with a few pastors, and that's just doing things for them that they themselves cannot have because of sometimes financial instability or anything else, or just there's not money for it. So in my projects, I've helped to build a vegetable garden, which will be completed Monday, move a piano over from this building over across to the Central West End area and provide devotional services, and record the life stories of certain individuals to be documented have a vocal recording of it, and it's something that they can hold on to as well as their families at a time when, when we move on to glory. So they have a little bit, something else to hold on to. So that's been my Explore experience, and I will take away from the fact of the fight to keep learning more about my Black self and to keep educating and fighting for the rights of others. Thank you.
My name is Alex Cooper. I am from Cleburne, Texas. Still have a couple years left of undergraduate work before I can continue on, so I'll be doing that whenever I get back from this program. For me, learning about Explore was actually the first time I had learned about the National Benevolent Association. So for me, this was a really cool way to not just learn about the organization that I'm now a part of, but to be able to just jump in and start doing the work that God has placed into this program. Kind of to go along with what Blaine said about being called to care, I have learned this entirely new definition of what it means to love people, and what it means to care for people, and what it means to show up to events, to things that people just need people to be around. And so to hear these stories of NBA, what it's given me is it's given me a bigger picture of the 130 years that we've been together. To hear the struggles that the people have had, to hear the joys and the laughter, and to hear about Rick and all those great, wonderful stories. But I have developed this sense to no longer focus on what I want to do for myself, but what I want to do for other people. And so to have that being fostered in me has been truly the greatest joy that I've taken